Alrighty guys, this is Andrew and welcome back to Overwatch. Today is going to be the day we're going to be doing the, well, I guess it's not Wednesday anymore, but Wednesday wInbox, Thursday wInbox, whatever. It is the mailbox series that I go over current events in Overwatch and beyond, as well as answer some of your questions, sort of like a Q&A type thing. And I guess the biggest piece of news this week has to be from yesterday. As you guys know, the counter hit 100% on Tuesday, and then yesterday, which was Wednesday, there was a lot of Sombra related ARG stuff unleashed upon us, and people figured out a lot of it. I feel like there's more to it than what we figured out thus far, but who really knows? I mean, I'm not good at figuring this kind of stuff out. I just kind of package it so it's understandable to you guys. And if you guys are curious, if you haven't seen it already, I put a video summarizing what we know so far, and that was actually yesterday's video. So I'll go ahead and link it here on the screen, guys, and if not, it'll be in the description. The next piece of news that I found really interesting is the PTR was recently updated with a massive patch. I believe it was like 2 or 3 gigabytes or something, pretty substantial. Now, if you guys will remember, Geoff Goodman made a statement, I believe yesterday, saying that he wants to make it so the PTR is a place for more experimental stuff with like big hero changes, as opposed to where it was before, where it was like stuff that's pretty much about to be released, but they just want to double check really quick to make sure it runs fine. Part of me really hopes there's like a Sombra clue hidden in here somewhere, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. As far as actual hero changes, balance changes, I'll link the patch notes down in the description. There's a good number of them, and so I'll just pick out the ones that interest me the most. General, dealing damage to non-players, no longer charges ultimate abilities, and ultimate costs have been increased by 25% for all heroes. Holy cow. I feel like the first bullet's a smaller change, and if the second bullet was made or put in place to offset that first bullet, that they're way overdoing it. Not that I'm complaining though, I mean like, basically what this means, in my mind, like as far as like conjecture and guesswork goes, is that the pacing of the matches will change by quite a lot. Because now that ultimates charge slower, they're gonna matter a lot more whether or not you land a good ultimate. The next change is with D.Va, and paraphrasing, basically her health is now 600. Interesting to note because she can actually survive a Riptire, a full Riptire with 5 HP in the mech. And I mean, I guess she could survive it before, but she'll be popped out of her mech, right? And movement speed while firing has been increased by 25%. Now, from what I understand, even though D.Va's defense matrix has really helped out with her survivability, she's always kind of like second place to Reinhardt and Winston and Zarya as far as tanking goes. So hopefully this makes her better. I don't know if it will, because if you take a look, the health being added is just health, right? It's not armor. You don't have 100 extra armor. It would be interesting if they made it like shield, like something that can regenerate. Ana, Nano Boost. No longer increases movement speed. Oh my god. Yeah, this is one all that is really, I feel, going to be a tough one to balance, just because it synergizes so well with pretty much everything else in the game, right? By taking away the movement speed, that's definitely gonna hurt the Reinhardt, the nano boosted Reinhardt thing. I just kind of hope it doesn't make Ana obsolete, like nerf her to Oblivion. That's the word. I kind of want to see what Sombra does before we see any changes to Ana. Who knows? Maybe Sombra will introduce some new mechanic that totally messes up Ana and her nano boost. The last two things I want to talk about are Zarya and Torbjorn. Zarya's change is, in my opinion, going to be not that big of a deal. Like, I feel like she's still going to be used quite a bit. Power gain from barriers decreased by 20%. Yeah, I still think Zarya's going to be a top pick. Torbjorn, though, this is an interesting one. Scrap now automatically generates over time. The amount of scrap collected from a fallen enemy has been decreased by 40%. So, what I take from this is that Torbjorn is a lot more consistent. He can now output the armor packs a lot more consistently rather than having to rely on actually killing people or dead people. The hammer will swing at 25% faster, which in my mind I guess means faster turret building. But at the same time, it's like the turret is still a turret. It can be countered pretty easily. It's a stationary defense thing. I don't know. I think they're going to have to do a lot more to Torbjorn as far as his abilities go, you know, before he becomes a more common pick in competitive level play. But those are the patch notes. Again, I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys to check out if you guys want to read the patch notes for yourselves. But as far as other news going on, beyond Overwatch, the Nintendo Switch has been announced, and I'm pretty hyped, guys. I mean, that thing looks really awesome. Now, admittedly, I have a nice PC for gaming. Like, I don't need this console or handheld, or whatever you want to call it. I guess a hybrid of both, right? In fact, I've never actually owned a Nintendo, like, console. Like, I never had a GameCube, Nintendo 64. Actually, no, I did have a Wii, but it wasn't only mine. It was my sister's. For me, I was more of, like, the handheld side kind of guy, the Game Boy Advance, the DS, 3DS, all that stuff. Still have my 3DS, and I only really played those handhelds for the Pokemon games, and Pokemon Sun and Moon is already announced or out, whatever you want to call it. I already pre-ordered it. Don't even ask me, guys. Don't even ask me. And so I'd imagine it'll be a while before they have a Pokemon game, if ever, come out for the Nintendo Switch. So we'll have to see. But anyways, as far as questions goes, I'm going to ration out all the friggin' questions you guys asked me. Really happy about all the different questions you guys asked, by the way. Really appreciate it. If you guys got more questions, feel free to just write Q&A and then your question down below in the comment section. And yeah, first question we have is from Bailey G. When reading this comment out, is Sombra out? Well, hate to say it, dude, but no. And let's check again next year, guys. Let's just check in next year. Maybe we'll have Sombra by then. But the next question is from Brady Bowditch, and he asks, did you play any sports growing up? Personally, yes, actually. Some baseball, some ultimate frisbee. I swam a bit, played a little bit of tennis. None of it like I did competitively or like in a team. It was more just like baseball camp or tennis camp, that kind of thing. The next question is from I'm No One, and he asks, or she asks, what was your first video game? And for me, it was Pokemon Silver, like the original one. Not Soul Silver, the remake, but the actual one on the Game Boy Color. Really good times. Really enjoyed that game too. Man, the feels. But anyways, next question is from Kelly Todd. What type of movies do you like? I absolutely love action movies. I really enjoy sci-fi / fantasy movies. You know, you think like superhero stuff. Like, I just love movies that take you out of your world like completely. That's why I'm not a fan of like romantic or comedy stuff. I mean, I will watch comedy, but I don't know. I guess I prefer movies that are a bit more immersive, so to speak. But yeah, I think I'm going to stop here as far as the questions go. I'm going to leave some for the upcoming week. So that's just about it for today's video, guys. Hope you all enjoy it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you have a question of your own, don't forget to comment down in the comment section below. And I guess until next time, guys, I'll see you around.
Came back.